Okay, it's Saturday morning. We are back for the What I Read series. It's a beautiful, sunny spring day here in London. I'm up on the balcony checking people out. People are kind of chilling. I just came back from running my hill sprints, and I just put out my hill sprint challenge to everybody on London Real Academy. So get in there and let me know how you're doing on that challenge. If you want to become a member of the Academy, then you go to londonrealacademy.com and apply. Let us know why you should be a part of our community and what you can add. But more about that later. Let's talk about what I read. Come on into my office and let's check out the Bell-sized man cave. My pick for this week is a very fascinating book, one that I first read a couple years ago, and that is The Long Tail. This is actually The Longer Tail, which is the sequel to that. Both very good books, and it both has a really important concept that means a lot to London Real and probably means a lot to you and your business. It's this whole concept when you talk about tails, it's a statistical distribution. If you remember the old classic bell curve from high school, you know, a normal distribution, which is the way a lot of things behave statistically, is that, you know, the things in the middle kind of fall, you know, kind of midway, and the very statistical anomalies kind of come out here, and they call them tails, especially in trading. And we always have a term in trading calling, we always say, I don't want to be short the tail. And that means you're short, which means you don't own the exposure to the high risk ends. And it means if something really happens bad, then you could lose your whole portfolio. So that's when you have insurance companies who they short the long tail, and they take all of that you know, tail risk or all those very unlikely events to happen. But you know, that's kind of a different use of the word. The way this uses it is the long tail means that, say for example, Amazon. Well, let's take retail sales. Back in the day, if you wanted to sell a product, you had to compete for shelf space at, say, Walmart or Toys R Us. And there was only a finite number of shelf space. And so if you had a very niche product, you weren't going to be able to get it out there in front of a lot of people, and hence it really wouldn't sell. Again, with movies, the classic example I like to think of is the movie Jaws. You know, when it came out that summer, you probably had 3 choices for movies that week. That was it. You didn't have an entire catalog of Netflix. You didn't have an entire catalog of London Real episodes, or everything in the world that you could download on torrent. So you had kind of one choice, and everything was tailored to that median part of the market, that top of the bell curve. And so you had to have something that was kind of broad and appealing to everyone if you wanted to hit. Same with music. Same with like the heavy metal bands and the Bon Jovis and stuff in the 80s and 90s and that kind of thing. You kind of had someone that had to have kind of mass appeal in order to survive. But these days, with the distribution on the internet, when you go to, say, Amazon, you might have a fly fishing pole in a certain kind of color, and you might have, say, 1,000 or 10,000 hardcore fly fishers around the world that want to buy it, and that could be your business, and that might support you for your whole life. And so this whole concept of a long tail means that you can pick a little micro niche way out on the ends of that distributed tail and serve that market and make a business out of it. And quite honestly, it's what we do at London Real. We produce content in a form and with an attitude that really just fits certain people. And I always said that, you know, our audience is about 250,000 people across all different kinds of social media and different kinds of subscription platforms. But I always thought that, you know, when we're really only looking for 1 million, maybe 10 million people to get our content, and that's plenty. And I honestly don't even think that more people than that would like our content, and I don't even care if they do. So that's the beauty, because with YouTube as a distribution network and the internet, I can get it to all the right people in the world, and then they can consume it, and they can be part of our community. They can come to our London Real experiences. We can all hang out together. We can be entrepreneurs together. We can support each other, and we can win. And all we have is this little micro niche. And so the long tail talks about that and how you approach your business. It's really timely because we're going to have on the show soon, I interviewed him last week, Mr. Daniel Priestley, and he is all about finding your micro niche. And you actually have your micro niche. You don't even know it yet. And your whole life has been building this USP that only you know about. Maybe you are a Bulgarian single mother who's lived in London for 15 years, and you go out with a crazy media mogul and love to cook. Yes, I'm describing my beautiful, wonderful, love of my life girlfriend, but she has a very specific niche, and people want to hear from her because there are other people like that as well. And so you have that niche as well. You might not just know it, because a lot of us, we climb up this huge mountain and we look around and we're like, oh, it's look at those mountains over there. Those are really impressive. but meanwhile, your mountain is impressive too. So think about your niche, your micro niche, and how that can apply. I always love quoting the long tail. When I debated the BBC the other night, I quoted the long tail because, you know, in a way, BBC has to get everyone to watch that BBC One. And so it's like, it's not too crazy. It's not too exciting. It's kind of bland. It's like blah, 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 typical TV. Whereas on London Real, man, we can go deep. We can go hard. We can ask tough questions. We can go where we want to go. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And every day I wake up in the morning after I meditate, I have a little shrine and I pray to the YouTube gods. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So there you go. That's it. We will be doing a follow-up to this book at the London Real Academy Book Club. And so next week, if you want to be involved in that, I'll be going deeper into one of the chapters. I'm also going to have a reading assignment for you so you can get involved. I bring the hardcover books up, but a lot of times I listen to these on Audible. And if you want the links to either one below for Amazon or for Audible, to just click there and you go grab a copy. I always have something in my ears when it comes to a book these days. And I always have a bunch of choices, and I love reading. Just love getting all those ideas. So do that. Be good. And leave me your comments below. Tell me a book you want me to read. Tell me some feedback. Tell me if you like my hair, if you like my guns, if you like my picture of Dan Pena. Tell me everything. And that's it. Have a nice Saturday. Be good to yourself. Love yourself because you're worth it. All right? Peace.